Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review of A Court of Silver Flames. Alright, you guys, this book, huge, 751 pages and 80 chapters. This took me a little while to read, but I read most of it over the weekend when we went home, so I read quite a bit of pages. I loved this book. I will start off with saying there are a lot of sex scenes in this book, and that is one thing I didn't love. It's a personal preference of mine. I didn't need that much, and I technically gave this 5 stars on Goodreads, but in my mind it's more 4.5 because I am taking half a point because of that. So if that's not your thing, definitely probably don't pick this one up, or just skip a few pages at a time because there's so much. However, the storyline of this one was so much better than I expected. I wasn't sure what to get because from this book, we are no longer in Feyre's point of view and not really Rhysand's either. We are strictly at Cassian and Nesta. It's so good. Nesta pretty much, the war with Hybern, she killed Hybern and then her dad died right in front of her. So she is really struggling with just not being able to save her dad in all of this. And then of course her feelings for Cassian and just her self-loathing that she has. So she's really struggling. And the start of this book is that basically Feyre and all of the others want to help her, and they decide to have her start training with Cassian and kind of just help her get back on track. And so most of this book is just training, where she is training with Cassian daily, and then she works in the library. And I just love this book. She makes some friends, which is so awesome. I love it. We get kind of a new warrior type of unit. We have like the Illyrians, but now we are getting something else in this book, which is amazing, like absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. Obviously, there is some chemistry between Cassian and Nesta because there was at the end of book 3 as well. We get a new type of ancient, like old power. So how in the first couple books there was the cauldron and finding the pieces to it and whatever, but now there's something in here called the Dread Trove. So that's kind of a new thing that we get to enjoy, which I actually liked. It added a little bit to it. And then obviously we get to learn a little bit more about what Nesta is and what her powers are that she had taken from the cauldron. And there's some magical weapons, and there hasn't been for centuries, thousands of millennia maybe, and it's so cool. I'm just gonna say Nesta's character development, her arc is absolutely amazing. It's so fantastic. I love Nesta's character in this so much, and it's just so much. It's so great. This book reminds me a little bit of A Court of Mist and Fury, where there's not a whole lot going on. It's kind of a lot more just build up, which led into the next book. So I'm hoping that this is kind of the same, where it's like a bunch of build up and leading into what happens in the next book. I will say it's a little bit of a slow start because it just takes a while to get into the storyline. And it also takes a little bit to get used to the way it's written. We're so used to Feyre's point of view and kind of the way that it's written and narrated. This is just a slight bit of a difference. And it took me a while to get into that. So I don't dock it for that because once I got used to it, it was completely fine and I didn't mind it. It was just hard to go from what we had been reading to this, but it's whatever. So without saying anything more and spoiling this for you guys, if you've been reading the series, just pick it up. It's such a great addition to the series. I really liked it. As always, the last 100 or so pages is just a page turner. You can't put it down. It's so good. The chapters were 2 pages long because stuff kept happening. It was just chaotic and it was amazing. It was so good. So I won't say anything else because I want you guys to read it. And if you've already read it, let me know your thoughts because now I can't wait for the next book. I can't believe I'm already caught up. I don't know what to do with myself now. But anyway, I enjoyed it. That's all that I've got to say about it. And that's it from me. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.